If you are over 60, there is a moment you probably know by heart. You step outside to check the mailbox, or you stand in the grocery aisle comparing soup labels, and suddenly your legs feel heavier than they should, a little colder, a little slower, almost like they belong to someone older than you. Most older adults do not realize this, but that feeling is not simply age. It is your circulation whispering for help long before anything serious shows up. And here is the part almost no one tells seniors in America. After 60, your body may produce up to 70% less nitric oxide, the natural signal that keeps blood flowing smoothly to your feet and calves. When that signal fades, everyday moments begin to feel harder. I am Dr. James, and for 25 years, I have helped older adults understand what their legs are trying to say. You are not lazy, you are not weak, your body is still trying to heal. It just needs the right support. I hear this from retirees in Florida, from grandparents in Ohio, from teachers, truck drivers, and nurses. They all say the same thing. Doctor, why do my legs feel colder than my hands? Why do they tire before I do? So in today's video, I am going to show you 3 gentle drinks that may help support leg circulation after 60. No stimulants, no complex powders, just simple, comforting drinks that work with your body, not against it. And before we begin, tell me this. Have you ever wondered why your legs feel colder than your hands? Type 1 in the comments if yes, 0 if no. Because drink number 3 on our list works through a pathway almost no older adult knows about, even though your legs depend on it every single morning. Most older adults do not realize that something as simple as warm lemon water can gently support leg circulation after 60. It sounds almost too easy, but your body's ability to move blood smoothly is often tied to small daily habits, not dramatic changes. I learned this years ago from a patient named Jack, a 72-year-old retired UPS driver from Ohio. He walked thousands of miles during his career, delivering packages in every kind of weather. But after retirement, he told me, "Doc, my feet feel older than the rest of me. They stay cold, no matter how warm the room is." When I looked at his routine, I noticed something missing. Hydration. Gentle morning circulation support. A nudge to the nitric oxide pathway he had slowly lost with age. I suggested he start each morning with warm lemon water. Nothing fancy, nothing extreme. Half a lemon, a mug of warm water, and a quiet moment before breakfast. He called me 10 days later. There was a smile in his voice. For the first time in years, my toes did not feel like strangers. I did not expect it to feel this different, and that is the power of this small ritual. Warm water helps open the tiny vessels in your legs, the way sunshine slowly melts frost from a windshield. Lemon adds vitamin C, which helps your body protect the very molecule responsible for helping blood flow down to your calves and feet. Even mild dehydration after a night of sleep can make your circulation sluggish, and this simple drink gently wakes your system back up. If you deal with acid reflux or GERD, use warm water that is not too hot and avoid making it overly sour. And always check with your doctor if you have chronic conditions or take medication. But for most older adults, this drink is a safe, comforting way to begin supporting leg circulation again. And while warmth helps, it is not the whole story. The next drink works differently. It does not just warm your legs, it wakes them up in a way many seniors find surprisingly comforting. Most older adults do not realize that warming your circulation is not just about temperature. It is about waking up the tiny vessels in your legs, the ones that quietly slow down with age, even while the rest of you stays active. And ginger tea, of all things, has a way of doing that gently. I learned this from Linda, a 68-year-old grandmother who loved gardening in her small backyard in North Carolina. She came to me and said, "Doc, my legs fall asleep even when the rest of me is wide awake. They do not hurt. They just feel forgotten." Linda had a beautiful routine: morning coffee, tending her roses, calling her daughter before lunch. But around mid-afternoon, her calves would cool down, the way a house cools once the sun dips behind the trees. That is when I suggested she replace her second cup of coffee with something softer, something warming without overstimulating her heart. Ginger tea. Nothing fancy. Fresh slices, warm water, a moment of calm. Within 12 days, she told me something I hear often from older adults. I felt warmth returning, like a small light switching on inside my legs. Ginger contains natural compounds that help your blood glide more easily through narrow pathways, as if someone gently cleared a thin layer of snow off the drive so your car can move again. It is not dramatic, it is not instant, but it is real, and many seniors feel it. If you take blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor first, as ginger can make your blood a bit more cooperative than usual. But for many older adults, ginger tea is a comforting choice, especially on cool evenings or quiet afternoons. And here is what surprises most people. The drink in the number one spot does not warm your legs at all. It works through a completely different pathway, one your body slowly stops using after 60, even though your legs depend on it every single day. The gentle part is that you do not need much of it to feel a difference. Most older adults do not realize that the real issue behind slow, heavy legs after 60 is not just stiffness or age. It is the steady drop in something your body once made with ease, a tiny molecule called nitric oxide. This is the signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and open, the signal that is used to help blood glide all the way down to your toes. And after 60, your body produces far less of it. That is why the number one gentle drink on this list is diluted beetroot juice, not because it is trendy, but because it restores a pathway your legs have been missing for years. I learned this from George, a 75-year-old retired firefighter from Texas. He spent decades moving fast, lifting heavy gear, climbing stairs with smoke at his back. When he finally slowed down in retirement, his legs slowed too, but in a different way. He told me, "Doc, I can still work hard, but my legs feel like they are dragging anchors. I hate beets, but I hate this feeling more." We started with 4 ounces of beet juice mixed with 4 ounces of water, taken in the morning before breakfast. Nothing extreme, just enough to give his body the raw material needed to form nitric oxide again. About 12 days later, George walked into my office, sat down, and shook his head. I walked from my truck to the hardware store without stopping. "First time in years. It was not dramatic," he said, "just easier." That is what this drink does. It does not ignite you. It does not supercharge you. It gently widens the narrow alleys in your circulation, turning them into open side streets so blood can reach your calves and feet with less resistance. Not a highway, just enough space for relief. If you have a history of kidney stones, talk to your doctor before trying beetroot juice. And do not be alarmed if your urine looks pink. That is normal. But for many older adults, a small daily serving can support the nitric oxide pathway their legs have quietly missed. And now that we have reached number one, there is one more thing we need to talk about. Circulation is not just about drinks. It is about giving your legs permission to heal and understanding how much they still want to carry you through life. Your legs have carried you through so many chapters of your life. Every morning, walk to the porch. Every mile you drove to work. Every moment you stood in line at the grocery store. They have been your quiet partners in everything you have done. And if they feel heavier now, or colder, or slower, it is not because they are giving up. It is because they have spent decades supporting you, and now they simply need support in return. That is the heart of this entire message. Your body can still change. Even after 60, your circulation can still respond. Your nitric oxide pathways can still wake up. Your legs have not stopped trying. They are still doing their best for you. They just need small acts of care, done consistently, not perfectly. Warm lemon water to ease your mornings. Ginger tea to comfort in the afternoons. A little beetroot juice to gently restore what time has taken. You do not need all 3 at once. You do not need to overhaul your life. Start with 1. Give it a week. Let your body show you what it can still do when it receives the right kind of help. And remember this: many older adults do not realize how much their habits shape the way blood moves through their legs. You are not behind. You are not late. You are simply starting a new conversation with your health, one that your legs have been waiting for. So tell me this. Which drink feels like the easiest place to begin? Lemon, ginger, or beet? I read every comment, and your answers help me know what to teach next. And if you would like more gentle, science-backed ways to support leg circulation after 60, I would be honored if you subscribed. You deserve guidance that feels calm, hopeful, and human. You deserve to feel steady on your feet. You deserve to enjoy the walks, the mornings, and the moments your legs still want to carry you into. This is not the end of your circulation story. It is the start of something better.